Hey guys, Pasaneko here, and welcome to a brand new video. And if you can't already tell, we're going to be reviewing the Pokemon Go Plus bracelet, watch, whatever you like to call it. So if you have been living under a rock your entire life and have no idea what this thing is, well, this is a Pokemon Go watch. Now, it connects to the smartphone app Pokemon Go via really low-key Bluetooth, so it won't take up too much charge or whatever. Now, it pretty much just lets you play Pokemon Go without looking at your smartphone. So, talking about some of the features, now this little light in the middle here, this is filled with a little LED light that shines different colours to let you know different things. So for example, it will shine this lovely blue when there's a Pokestop nearby. All you have to do to collect the items at the Pokestop is press that blue button there. Simple as that. Now if you're out of range of the Pokestop, like let's say you're in a car and you don't have enough time to collect it, then it will flash red saying that you haven't collected anything. But if you press the little blue button and you manage to get some items, it will flash multicolored, red, blue, yellow, a whole bunch of colors, and then you will get sent a push notification on your phone saying how many items you managed to collect. Now, it's sort of the same concept when you come across a Pokemon. It will flash green and vibrate as well, so it lets you know when it's on your wrist, you know, you'll feel the vibrations. Now, it's the same concept. You press this little button in the middle, it will vibrate a couple times depending how many times the Pokemon shakes in the ball. If you catch it, it will go multicolored and send you a push notification saying you caught the Pokemon. If it flees or you don't catch it, it will flash red and also send you a notification saying whether it ran or whether you catch it. Okay, moving on to some of the more important things. Is the Pokemon Go watch compatible with your device? Now for iOS, so that's iPhones, iPads, Apple products, as long as you have iOS version 8 to 10, anywhere in between, then it will work. And of course you need working Bluetooth. Now if you're an Android kind of person, it's a little bit more confusing. So if you're using Android, it has to have at least 2 GB of RAM or more, and you have to have the version 4.4 to 6.0 installed. Also, you of course have to have Bluetooth, and the Bluetooth version has to be 4.0 or higher. You can find out all this information if you just go into your phone's settings. It's pretty simple. Okay, so if you're watching this video and thinking, how the heck do I set up this thing to this thing? Well, bear with me, I just had to catch that Pokemon, but I will show you how to connect it to the app. So pretty much what you got to do, press the Pokeball, go up to settings, and right here, press Pokemon Go Plus. Now it has the about, the troubleshooting, quick start, Bluetooth. Oh wait, I've got to turn my Bluetooth on. That might help. Make sure Bluetooth is on, and you can see it's connected to my device just there. So you can put notifications on, whether you want push notifications for nearby Pokemon or Pokestops or whatever. Okay, and as you can see in available devices, it connects to my Pokemon Go Plus. Come back, press that little tab, and it's connected to my Pokemon Go Plus. So as you can see, it's picking up that Goldeen right there. So if we close my app, we can press this button just here. And I didn't catch it because I'm out of Pokeballs. I will explain that in a minute because obviously I do have a lot of Pokeballs left, and I'll explain why it's not picking them up in just 1 minute. Okay, well as you can see up the top here, it says Pokemon Go is using your location. So as long as that's popped up, I can open up any other app on my phone. Let's just go to the Snow app, which is a photo app. Alright, so we've got the photo app open, and we can still catch Pokemon, which is great because look, Pokemon Go is still using your location. So I can pretty much open up any app I want, go into calendar, it's still using my location. And that's actually a new feature. You can have different tabs open, and as long as Pokemon Go is right there, then you can still use the Go Watch. Now when you close it, you will get this push notification. Your Pokemon session has ended. And simple as that, this won't flash anymore until you connect it to your app again. Okay, so now we will go into the positive and negatives of the Pokemon Go Plus if you want to buy it or not. Okay, so I'll start with the negatives because there's actually a few more negatives than positives. So negatives, it is rather expensive and hard to get. I had to wait maybe 3 months to get this one, and I managed to get the last one of this year, which is really lucky, but I don't really think it's worth it. Okay, so not only that, but it is expensive. This little guy right here is 50 Australian dollars, so I guess you can figure out what that is in your currency if you're not Australian, and that is pretty expensive. Okay, this would probably have to be the biggest downfall. Like I mentioned before, it only uses the normal red Pokeball. So it doesn't use Master Balls, Premier Balls, Ultra Balls, whatever balls you use. You can only catch Pokemon as long as you have the normal red and white balls, which is a pain because they only really have a 30% catch rate, so it's not that great. So I found myself missing a lot of great Pokemon because I knew I've had Ultra Balls and things like that, but because I didn't have the normal Pokeballs, I couldn't catch them, and I didn't have I couldn't access my phone at the moment. That's the whole reason I got this, because I'm very busy, and it's good just to have it on me and catch Pokemon while I'm out at work and doing things, but you know, I can't do that unless I have the red and white Pokeballs, which aren't that great. Okay, another downfall I mentioned in the start of the video, if you remember, was about the Pokestops. So if you're on a bus or in a car and it's a long trip and you know there's a lot of great Pokestops on the way, I know there is every single time I go into the city, I can get at least 30 Pokestops, but because the bus is too fast and I have to rush to spin them whenever I'm using my phone, this doesn't do it fast enough. It takes about maybe a 4-second delay to compute that there's a Pokestop, and then a 5-second delay to get this right here, to get that flashing and let you know, and then probably another 2-second delay for you to collect it. So most of the time it goes too far away and out of range before I can get it. So I don't know, use this when you're walking around and looking for Pokestops, but when you're traveling, it's not really the greatest idea. Another downfall would have to be that this LED light in the middle here isn't strong enough. Like, I was out all day today, it was super sunny, I was in a very, very popular Pokemon area that I know there's always great Pokemon there, but because it was sunny, the LED light, it didn't show up well enough, and I don't know, I didn't feel the vibrations, and every time I looked at my watch, I didn't see any lights or anything like that. When I did get a vibration and try and catch something, I couldn't see if I caught it or not because it would vibrate like crazy, but I didn't know if the light was red or multicolored, if I got it or if I didn't, so that was a big pain. Okay, so if we get those negatives out of the way, push them out of the way, we can talk about the positives. So this is pretty, I don't know, I don't really feel like it's that important, but it's important to me. That would have to be the band. Now, when you buy it, it does come connected to this little clip, so it's just like a normal little clip there you can clip on your shirt or whatever. And if you want to remove it and switch it to this thing, all you have to do is get a tiny little screwdriver and change it over. It's really simple. But I really, really like the bracelet. I mean, I can have it on my wrist and things like that, and it's very convenient. And I actually appreciate it a lot because this little snap band here, it allows you to wear it comfortably if you have big wrists or small wrists. And like I've said in a million videos, I have really, really tiny wrists. So it means a lot to me to have a bracelet that actually fits, because the only bracelet I can really wear are these tight ones. I can't even wear watches, they go right up my arm. But this, because it's for children, adults, they've made the band really easy to wear no matter what wrist size. It doesn't discriminate the size of your wrists. Now, not only this, but that strap is very sturdy, it's breathable, and it's super cute too. And it's a really nice design. I don't feel dorky wearing this or anything. You know, I've had a couple people look at me and be like, oh, she's got that exclusive Pokemon Go Plus and things like that, because not many people have it, because here in Australia, I'm not sure about your country, but here in Australia, they are really, really hard to get. It's also nice if you want people to know that, you know, you're a massive Pokemon fan, but you're not wearing your Pikachu cosplay that day. Then, you know, all they have to do is look at your wrist and see this awesome bracelet, and then they know that you're a Pokemon fan. Easily approachable Pokemon fan. Now, another thing is they're constantly bringing out new features for this little guy. So before I got the Pokemon Go Plus, you couldn't actually use it unless the app was open, and like I mentioned before, now you can use it as long as the app is in a tab, you can still use it, and it's constantly updating. So I feel like the ball problem, where it can only catch certain balls, like with certain balls, I reckon that will be fixed in the future. Another positive would just have to be the sheer convenience of it. Like I mentioned before, I'm a very, very busy lady. I have to go out a lot and things like that, and I really get bummed out when I know there's potential to level up, get great Pokemon, and hatch my eggs. But I don't want to have my phone open, so the sheer convenience of just having this is great. Not only that, it links up to the eggs you're hatching, and what I've noticed, it tends to hatch them faster. I don't know if it counts it as like how many steps you take, or your distance or whatever with this thing, but I've hatched 3 eggs just today, and I don't think I did enough walking to hatch 3 eggs. I don't know, I feel like it's great. Also, the surprise of you don't know what Pokemon you catch. You could have this thing vibrate about 30 times a day, catch 30 Pokemon, have a couple eggs incubating. Then when you get home at the end of the day, you open your phone up, get to see all the recent Pokemon you caught and things like that, see what eggs you hatch. It's super exciting. You know, you could get that amazing Pokemon you've been looking for. You could get that Eevee that you really need to evolve, and you wouldn't even know until you get home. It's great. I love that surprise, and it just adds to the game. So the game isn't such a novelty because it has worn off, and a lot of people do get bored of it. But this keeps the spark there. Okay, so before I go, I'll just give you a better look. It's super, super shiny and nice. You can see I've got my fingerprints all over it. It's pretty small, but that's alright. There's the bend, the sturdiness. It's great because when it's hot, and it does get hot here in Australia, it doesn't sweat like when you get sweat from wearing watches and things like that. It doesn't sweat. It's like a nice sporty material. It's super, super good quality. It's stuck right on there. It won't fall off. It won't break. I hope not, because it was a lot of money. I haven't had any faults with it. It always connects to my phone. The Bluetooth doesn't take up as much battery as I thought it would. It's great. I like it. If I could go back, I don't really know if I would get it or not. I wouldn't return it, but I wouldn't take it. Like, I wouldn't take it back, but I don't know. I'm kind of torn on it. If you can change my mind to be in love with this, leave a comment below. Tell me, do you have the Pokemon Go Plus? Like, where are you? What country? Is it hard to get there, as hard as it is in Australia? Because I've been waiting for this little baby since the start of September. That was a really long time. But yeah, let me know. What's your opinions? What's your thought? Do you want one of these cute little guys for Christmas this year? Alright guys, well thank you for watching. It's been fun. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, until next time, I'm really, really bad at outros.